Hello, everyone. Sarah here. Wanted to share with you some tips on where to host your meditation circle and how to create a sacred space for meditation and connection. So, firstly, if you are going to host a space for meditation, it's wise to choose a neutral space that's outside of your home. Some of you may feel comfortable hosting a space in your home, especially if you know the people who are coming to the circle. But if you are hosting this for the general public, it's great to find a neutral space outside of your home where you feel comfortable. So, this could be at your local YMCA or yoga studio. Maybe it's the church or community center, any place where there is a quiet place that you know won't be disturbed by outside activity. See if you can find a place where you yourself feel comfortable and at ease in your body, where you feel like you can breathe easy, be yourself. It's not tense, it's not full of activity or disturbance. It has a peaceful feeling to it. It's also contained, meaning that it's possible to close the doors to the outside world and have it be quiet there. There is enough maybe like flow of energy that's also moving through the space. So it has good feng shui, that flow of energy, and a place that's accessible for people. It's also helpful to pick a space where you know that there are other people who are interested in what you have to offer. That's why going to a wellness center or a yoga studio is perfect, because people there are already interested in the practice of meditation, and you can have more people drop into your class and circle that way. So when you're hosting your circle, make sure it's a clean, clear, contained, quiet place where you feel safe and comfortable. Um, you can have your circle be anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes long. When you're more experienced, you can have longer events. But when you're just starting out, you can start out with 30 minutes or 45 minutes. And highly recommend you go early to the space, at least 20 minutes early, to set the space up and clear it. And it's possible to energetically clear spaces so that they are ready, or you can practice meditation. Maybe you go there and you bring some sage to clean the space and make sure you have enough airflow so that you can totally have that sage be cleared out before people come in and they might have sensitivities to smell. You could also use essential oils if you wanted to in the beginning. Just it's your intention that clears that space. So clearing it of the debris and the activity that was there before, and inviting in the energy of peace and wellness and higher vibration connected to, you could say, divine consciousness or spirit, higher self. So just going in with that intention to clear the space, make sure that it's set up, it's clean. You would set up the chairs or the pillows in such a way that it's easy for people to just go and sit there and have it evenly spaced out, for example, in a circle. And just be prepared to be there and be present and ready for when people are showing up, and let people know to please come on time so as to not disturb the meditation after you begin on time. So be there to greet people. Now, some of you later on, you'll have a price for your event. So just having all of that taken care of, hopefully online is best, so that people can just seamlessly flow in and out of class and not have to deal with money and signups and waivers right before class, or you have somebody to help you with that. And normally, when you're running the circle, you start with a brief introduction. That could be an introduction to yourself and also the practice, what they'll expect to practice that day. And then you can guide them through the meditation, the experience of meditating together. Let them know too what they will receive from practicing meditation. Maybe they'll feel less stressed, more relaxed, they'll be able to sleep better, perform better, work better. And then you can close at the end, close the meditation. And if you feel inspired, you can open it up to connection, conversation, and questions, where people can share in the circle or later even talk amongst themselves. So that's a little bit about the circle space. Just make sure that you open and close that space, the sacred time that you're together. And think of some creative ideas of where you'd like to host the space. What are some cool and creative ideas? Maybe it's out in nature, right? But then you're also dealing with the elements like rain and wind and things like that that could make it challenging. If you are out in nature, maybe a place that has a bit of shelter and you know that you could still manage if there's weather. Drop some of your comments and ideas below about where you could host a meditation circle or event. Lots of love, everybody. The most important thing is that you feel good and you feel confident about hosting the circle. Maybe you decide to do it online in Zoom, and that's one way to do it. But I highly recommend hosting it in person so that you have that experience of meditating together. And if you're, anytime you host an event, there's always going to be nerves there, right? Like, are people going to show up? Are they going to come? And it's okay to feel nervous or anxious about that, but don't let it stop you from this beautiful intention of bringing people together to practice peace and to focus their intention and to receive healing. So, yes, there's always a little bit of trepidation, but when you set the time and the place, build it and they will come. That's something to remember. You build and create the space and people will flow into it. But first, it's you who creates and sets that space. So be willing to do that. And if you decide to do it online through Zoom, just be sure that everything is really clear, how to participate, how to sign up, make sure they're adding it to their calendar, ensure that you're sending email notifications before and right before you begin the event so they know to click into the Zoom link. It's always helpful to get those email notifications, let them know if they're receiving a recording. Be mindful of these things. Sometimes people don't want to be recorded. So it's important to have permission of the people who are there in the room. Wishing you lots of luck. Let me know if you have any extra questions. And just imagine all the people who are going to benefit from your meditation circle. Just the beauty of that energy, that ripple effect of peace moving outward. And again, yes, it's okay to have nerves, but give yourself permission to have the experience of hosting a meditation circle.